This is where I get frustrated.
Don't even open that can of worms.
Like horrifying.
Horrifying. Not allowed to cry or have emotions in your house.
Like, do you really need to know what Zemoglophicolate is? Or
Oh, Jessica.
everyone has a favorite. Everyone does. Okay, today we have our friend Shelby Latino. She is a meteorologist and TV host at Fox 8. She's the mother of 5 girls, which is that's a girl gang.
A lot of estrogen.
Yeah, and today we're just going to talk about like being a working mom, being a mom in today's world with all like this override of information everywhere, like on every screen that you can find.
Yeah.
And just like, it's that, then it's also just like so many opinions.
Yeah.
Like in-person opinions, generational opinions. Like my mama, your mama, my auntie, like my sister, Erica said, like, I don't know, whatever. And so, and then this feeling, and this is what I was saying, I'm going to say, or whatever that you said.
Okay.
Like, okay, like your nuclear family, right? Like you have expectations. This is our way. These are our values. And for some reason, you put like a value on your like expectation of like no TV during the week.
Sure, like that's like something we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't expect my friends, and I don't even like hold them to that same standard.
Right.
But I feel like if I do that in my house, sometimes it makes other people feel like, oh, well, she must think she's better than us. Or she
But
must
like,
think.
why do we think that?
I know, it's
don't
not fair
know.
because they probably have amazing like expectations for other types of play or expectations for learning on those screens or things like that we just like aren't even in that realm to know.
But why are we like, it goes back to you were like, I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable. Right?
Yes.
Like,
I don't like it when other people feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
It
Like
makes
if
me
people
very
feel
uncomfortable.
like
Yes.
they are not meeting a standard that they think that you have a standard on or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, why are we all like treading so lightly? Like, why? Like, we don't watch TV in our house. Why? Like, do we feel like nervous?
I do think that
Or,
these
like-
days people are quick to like cut people off, shut people
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So if, when I'm giving advice to like newer mom friends, and I'm
Yeah.
like a fairly new mom myself, it
You have
feels
a lot
like,
of
but
children.
I've got a lot
Yeah.
of kids.
Yeah.
They came fast.
Yeah.
But now that I'm 5 kids in, when you see a mom with 1 kid, I'm so cautious about the advice that I give her because I know people want to figure things out for themselves.
Yes.
Yes, they
Everyone
do.
does.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I also know that if I give some advice that in some way like offends her or upsets her, I might be like losing a friend over it. And
Oh,
that's a
really?
scary feeling. Like you don't want to like
I guess that's right.
feel like you said something to someone that made them so uncomfortable or judged that they don't want to, engage anymore.
I also just I don't give it unless someone asks me for it. Like if someone's going to ask me like, what is your opinion
Sure.
on this?
Yeah.
Like your professional opinion or your opinion as a mom, blah, blah, blah. I'll give it, but I'm not just going to like just throw my opinion out there at somebody that maybe doesn't want it or.
No, exactly.
You know?
And that's where it's hard because sometimes things come up organically and that's where I feel like, okay, you're talking about like, oh, TV, your kids are watching
Yeah.
TV
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, however it comes up, you're giving your opinion by saying what your expectations
Yes.
are in your
Uh-huh.
family. And it's like, I didn't mean to tell you like, I think you should be doing that.
Right.
I'm just saying like in our house we do this.
Right.
But like, that's not a you problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Like that.
But it's not just TV. It's also like
Or whatever it
food,
is.
or
Yeah.
like if I want my kids to be to eat certain healthy foods.
Yeah.
But someone else is like eating chicken tenders and pizza.
fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how else they're feeding their kid, or if they
Right.
care about
But
that. Maybe
also
that's not a
whatever,
value in their
right,
family.
Correct. And like
So-
you, like, okay, and this goes back to the trad wife and define that, what that is.
I don't even really know. I feel like I
Or
mean,
what do you
I
think?
know
Yeah.
of
I
it because
feel
we
like
talked
I
about
do.
trad
Oh,
wives
okay,
a
then
while
you do
ago,
it. Yeah, I know. That was math. Okay, what's a trad wife?
Okay, I think it stands for traditional wife.
Oh,
And
does it?
Yeah.
Jesus,
It's
I
these-
thought it was trend.
TRAD.
No, I just thought like trad equated to whatever.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
Traditional wife. Got it.
Yeah, and I think they're tapping into this kind of vibe of what people think a traditional wife is. Although
Okay.
I don't know that definition really has been established. You
And
go
it
back
depends.
generations.
Right, yeah.
Society didn't look like
Yes.
the way it does now.
Correct.
So what is a traditional wife? But they're leaning into hobbies like bread baking, farming, tending the children, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I feel like I am caught between two worlds on social media because I get a lot of this trad wife stuff.
Following.
Well, like
Oh,
in
no,
my
no,
feed,
like content.
my
An
algorithm
algorithm.
thinks I like that because I love to cook.
Yeah, same.
I'm
Same.
super into
Same.
like making my own
Yeah,
bread,
same.
gardening.
Yeah.
We have chickens. I've got a million children.
Yeah.
So I'm like falling
She's
into
basically
that
Utah,
that
just kidding.
algorithm,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm raising strong, independent
Yes.
little girls.
Yeah.
And I want them to know that they can do that, but
Right.
they can also do anything
else
else
they
available
want.
to them.
Yes,
But
So
also,
that's
absolutely.
you love that. Like, I love to cook. Like, I love to cook. And so, like, yeah, my shit's, I don't know if it's trad wife or not, but it's just people doing food shit. And, like, their moms. But, like, why? It's like we feel bad because we like to do things that some people view as bad. Does that make sense?
Who's viewing stuff as I mean, it's hard because who's
Like-
viewing these things as bad?
I don't know, but like if we so like if
I think it's the submissiveness that
Okay.
rubs people the wrong way about the trad wife vibe.
yes,
Yeah.
You know, because it's like there's nothing wrong with baking bread. There's nothing wrong with
so hard to do.
you know, some of them go like way far and they're like making their, although who am I saying that?
Yeah,
But some of them go way far. They're like rolling their own Cheerios out and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it's like, honestly, that's impressive. And if I
Yeah.
was not a working mom,
Right.
like maybe that's the kind of stuff I'd be doing too.
Right.
Yeah.
So
right.
I think it's really cool that women are getting into those things.
Mhm.
I think there's an assumption
Mhm.
of submissiveness to their husbands or
Yeah.
of taking on a role. And that assumption is where people kind of reject it. But it's like,
Yeah.
wait a second.
But I think
That's a
it's-
woman living her life.
yes,
Just like being a working a mom
yeah,
for me is living my life.
correct.
Yeah.
And I think when we assume that people have a feeling or we're going to hurt a feeling or whatever because of TV or food, it's like we get responses that are probably based on resentment and defensiveness because that person either doesn't have the capacity, personality type, grit, like that's just not a skill set, you know, like whatever.
Sure.
And so then the response that like whatever the response, negative response, like is again, like not a you thing. That's like a them thing. Like if,
That's hard to rationalize though, because we don't live in a world of just us.
what do you mean?
Like there's all these people around us that we want to interact with or we enjoy interacting with.
Yeah.
So to be like, I'm doing me.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with it, that's a you problem.
Yeah.
To your point, like I don't like making people uncomfortable though. So it's not
But-
if it's a you problem, it also comes back to being a me problem.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know because it's like an interactive relationship. You know, it's not. I don't know. I think I tried to listen more than I speak. You know, it's like
I don't think I do that. I think I should do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I do that.
I want to like listen to like. I mean, I do this with my clients. It's like I feel like the best information just comes from me just sitting there and listening to them, like whatever they say, you know. And then it's like, and then I can like hone in. But it's like the same with friends. Like I just like ask. Like if they come to me and they're asking my advice, usually what I'll do is I'll start asking them questions like, well, what do you think about this? Well, what do you think about this? What's your stance on that? Blah, blah, blah. You know? And
So
then
you
it's
can
like kind
gauge,
of,
yeah.
well, and it's like kind of guiding them to like, what is their own opinion of it? And like, what do they really want to do? You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's
But,
so
like-
good. That makes you such a good friend though. To
I mean, I hope
ask
so.
questions
Yeah.
and to listen and stuff like that. I mean, if someone comes to me asking for advice, I'm like, let me lay it out for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
But also in a casual conversation, if it's like, for whatever reason, yeah, we don't do TV at my house like during the week. Like your automatic thought is, does that sound pretentious? Like why?
Sometimes I do feel like, yeah,
But why?
because I know that that is not necessarily something everyone's doing.
Yeah, but why does that make it pretentious?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. It's like a
I
casual.
like to think people don't think that.
Right.
Or, you know,
but
making
like,
healthy
what do you
food.
think it is? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I know what it is for me. I'm a people pleaser. That's 100% what it is.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
people pleaser through and through. I have been like that since I was a small child. I'm in therapy for it.
But, like,
I'm
why-
a people pleaser.
Why
But
do
I
it
will go
is.
so far as to like intentionally
yeah.
to like intentionally blame my husband for like family values that we have set
Yeah.
in situations with maybe family members who I think are going to disagree
Uh-huh.
or friends who I think are going to be like, that's kind of a lot. I will be like, yeah, so Kyle's real strict on that.
Yeah.
You
But,
throw
like,
him under the bus because you're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be the righteous one here.
I love it.
But like also
I just follow along.
that's a lot. Like, okay, it's a lot for you, I guess. It's just not for me. It doesn't need, I guess, like everything doesn't need to be so like polarized.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody, like every
I agree
house
with
is
you.
different. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like like mine are 3 and 4. Wait, he just turned 5. 3 and 5. And like I would love to get to a point where like we don't do that. Do I have the grit to do that right now? No. And that's okay. Like I'm not going to beat myself up on the receiving end of someone, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And like I think more people just need to be okay with not meeting this like glorious standard that you're implementing. You know what I mean?
Or just not
But I don't want
having the
people to
same
think I'm
standards.
implementing a glorious standard because I think
Like,
that's where I get nervous because it's like, wait a second. I may not have the grit either. Like I'm losing my patience.
Yeah.
I'm not just because I have this rule, maybe
Yeah.
there are times where I am less patient with my kids because of
Yeah,
it, where
yeah.
I am not the mom I want to be because of it.
Mm.
And then you're going, well, what if I just, should I just like let them watch TV or should I just like let them do something,
Mm-hmm.
let's just do a chicken tender lunch or something like that because to save my sanity, which I did literally today.
Yeah.
I did that to save my
Yeah.
sanity.
Yeah.
So it's not that these are just general rules for our family,
Yeah.
but it's not that I don't ever break them or that I don't ever end up kind of like not being the mom I want to be
In other ways.
in other ways because
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to implement
Yeah.
made up rules.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's 100% true.
Yeah. I think
do
that's a
feel
great-
like that's true.
Yeah, but that goes back to not like, well, kind of. It's like when we say things that like people automatically think, well, you do that all the time. Well, I guess that's always, always, always.
Sure.
And so
Or
that
like, oh, you're just a perfect parent.
yeah,
you know?
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And
That's- and
you're like,
that's what it is.
far from
That's
it.
the exact
like-
I cringe because a lot of people
Yeah.
see, especially my social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I post pictures of the girls. We go out and we do a lot of fun things.
Yeah.
And I pride myself on that because I work really hard to make sure
Yeah.
these girls get to have like a super cool life and get to do a lot of fun
Yeah.
things. But when we're not on social media, like when I'm not posting those pictures, there are real human moments
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when people are like, "Oh, you're such a great mom," it's like I cringe. I'm like, I mean, maybe in some moments, but in a lot
Yeah.
of moments, I'm not. So I don't
Yeah.
want people getting these unrealistic standards from me,
Right.
because the rest of the internet's doing a great job of those
I
unrealistic
know.
standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I think that's also like as much as all the other people on the Instagram and the whatever, all these experts, like when you're casually sharing a picture of like a cute moment with a homemade bread, it's like you and someone compliments you for it, you're automatic. It's like, oh my God, but I'm not. And I don't want you to think I'm like this person on here. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
And like, I think that's also because there are so many people out there giving information about shit they shouldn't, or like saying they're an expert on something they're not, or like, my bestie, Dr. Erica, whatever. Like getting on a soapbox about how like no kid should go to daycare. Every mom should be home with like whatever, and saying that's the way and this is it and it's concrete. And so then people like attach to experts because they're like, well, I guess that's the way.
Lots of people are very preachy. Is that what you're saying?
I guess. But like she's pretty convicted. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
She
real convicted.
believes.
Do you know who we're talking about?
And Dr. Erica.
It's like Erica
Commissar?
maybe.
Commissar?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
She's
Very attacked.
you
Like
should look her up.
yeah.
There's a lot of like
I follow Dr. Becky. Is she good?
I hate her. But
we are not a fan of Dr. Becky.
I just don't think
No,
she's
good
effective.
insight.
I
Oh.
think
I don't-
Well, I do
I-
think sometimes she says things, and I'm like, Dr.
It's just
Becky,
not applicable.
She just talks.
come try that
She
on
talks too
these
much.
kids. though.
Yeah, because it doesn't fit for every child.
It's not the like premise of what she believes is wrong.
Right.
Like I think like the core belief is good. Like
Mhm.
yes, all
Yeah.
kids are good inside. That core
Yeah.
belief is
Yes,
good.
I agree.
It's just like her tactics, like she talks way too much. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like it's too many words.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like way
I
too many
think
words. You're like,
too many
kid zoned out at
words.
word 2 of what you just said. you
Yeah,
know?
too many words. Her examples or like interventions are way too specific, so like they can't be replicated. And
Sure,
like
I see that.
and like you said, like I don't know if this could work for this kid. And so when I don't know, when you're like a new mom, first kid,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't know what to do with this 3-year-old. And you're like, here's this book from this person. And everyone loves her. And everyone says it works. So it must work. And when it doesn't work for me, then it must be me. I'm a bad mom.
Yeah.
I felt that, like literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
that's
so
my problem
much-
with her.
And I noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed this. I mean, social media has become a parenting coach
Correct.
to our entire generation.
Oh, yes.
With the exception
Oh.
of the people who are not on social media, like my husband.
Oh.
Doesn't have
Yeah,
a,
she
or,
doesn't.
you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have a single thing. Doesn't know a Dr. Becky, a Dr. Erica. He
Yeah.
doesn't know. And I watch him in like awe of how, like, he is just doing the thing.
Just in his natural way.
Instinctually, lovingly.
Mm-hmm.
And I am over here like anxious that I'm like upsetting another mom, upsetting my
Yeah.
mom,
Yeah.
upsetting my friends or my sisters or my cousins who are moms, or not doing it right for my kids. And it's like, I feel this pressure of like, I see a video. That sounds like a good idea. But I feel like I'm just like spiraling and like not doing any one thing. I'm just trying all the things.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's working. And honestly, I don't know if a lot of these people on social media know if it's working. Like, how did their kids turn out? Like, are they done raising them yet?
Right.
Right.
But
I'd
also,
like,
like-
to see the results, please.
Yeah. Like, do you have kids? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We
Like,
don't know. You don't
don't
know
know.
these things.
I
Social
know.
media is just,
It's too much.
It's
It
too
is
much.
Information overload.
And,
It
like-
is too much.
Last thing about Dr. Becky. Sorry.
Because Jessica
Sorry.
loves talking about it.
bad. 'Cause I'm like,
Why? Oh. Well, you like her.
I do like
know.
her.
Yeah.
She's
don't-
not a bad
This is just like
person.
my beef.
No,
We just
you're-
think we just think she talks
like
too
this is a
much.
personal problem,
Yeah.
as I was saying. So like you have the good inside, and then the mom of a kid who has like an exceptionality, like specific learning disability or dyslexia or ADHD, autism, anxiety, whatever. Like none of that stuff is taken into account
Right.
as it relates to what she's telling you to do.
Right.
So like, or a processing disorder, you
Yeah.
know, like auditory processing. And so when you have a mom who has a kid who has an exceptionality of something on that laundry list, who's trying to implement this intervention because it's supposed to work because she didn't discriminate between kid A and kid B, it's just like, that's not going to work on a kid who has X, Y, Z, whatever. And so,
I mean, my
That's a
child.
whole nother layer to parenting
Yeah.
anxiety. And I don't know if y'all want to derail in this
Yeah,
direction,
let's
but
do
it's
it.
like that's a whole nother layer. It's like there's this laundry list of things that we know about, these exceptionalities, as you
Yeah.
described them, that we know about that, doctors can diagnose, although it can be very difficult to get
Yeah.
into a doctor
Yep.
to diagnose those things. So you're sitting there and your kid does something and you're like,
like
Is
you
it?
yeah.
could it be?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're doing something for a week or a month. And
Yeah.
you're like, is this a phase or is this going to last?
Yeah.
Should this be something I should try to intervene on or
Mm-hmm.
be contacting a doctor? Because I like to think I'm the type of mom who would, reach out and get my kids help as soon as possible
Mm-hmm.
and give them the best opportunity to be the most in control of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
situation life has presented them. But it's so, but you don't want to jump on that too soon.
Yeah. Yeah. And like risk like overdiagnosis or
Yeah.
like,
Or
you know,
misdiagnosis.
overlabeling everything or
Yeah.
Or them thinking that you think something's
Wrong
wrong,
with
them. Yeah.
or that
Yep.
something they did, we
Yeah.
all were weird kids.
Yes.
That's like
Yes.
part of being a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Like-
want them to think that something they did has like labeled them in a certain way.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless
they're
they need
just-
help with
Right.
that thing.
Right.
But you'll know, like, I think, so I have a kid right now who, I can't remember, like, maybe he's diagnosed with ASD level 1. And, like, he's just, like, cute. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe he's a little, like, self-centered, like, maybe can't focus on a task for a long amount of time or an appropriate amount of time. Like, maybe there's a little, like, perfectionism. But he doesn't need to be in my office. That's just who he is, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I just feel like we don't let kids just like have a personality
And just be different
and
from
just
each
be
other.
different
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, I mean, you'll agree. Like, it's not like behaviors or personality characteristics like aren't an issue unless I don't know it becomes one, and you'll know. And it
Oh,
usually
yeah.
happens in school. Like school
It's
will let
usually
you know.
school. Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a crazy
Yeah.
thing. My
Yeah.
kids,
Okay.
all 5 of them, angels at school, so I'm told.
Oh yeah.
Angel.
This is like all my
wow.
clients. Go ahead.
At home, Ooh-wee, can they give me a hard time sometimes?
Well, they're good in school because they're not all together in one room at school. Like, but
Well,
seriously,
and they're
maybe so.
gonna, you know,
and they're going to act out at home.
most kids are gonna push back
Yes.
the most with their parents, especially their mom.
Sure.
Yeah.
I find.
But
Wow.
then, so is that when you know it's becoming a problem? Is if you start seeing it happening at school? Or are there kids who have these diagnoses?
I think it's more just that when problems happen at school, they're going to rise real fast to like an outside professional, a diagnosis,
Sure.
a treatment plan, right?
Yes.
Because like schools just like
Have no tolerance.
have no
Have to
tolerance
fit in a
for
box.
whatever, for a million different reasons. They're not able to tolerate that, you know? So I think that's more of the issue is that like the alarm bells go off way faster when it's something
Yes.
happening out at school, you know?
Yes.
Versus like at home, like you get to decide what
Yes.
is your limit, you know, of what you can tolerate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At school, it's just like predetermined what they can tolerate.
Yeah. Gosh, but my thought, whatever it was.
But hey, having them misbehave at home is better than them misbehaving
Yeah. Oh,
at
that's
school.
what I was going to say.
I can tell you.
It's will
from
versus
experience.
skill. Okay. So like at home, so they have the skill because they do it at school. Like they
That's
have.
how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they're not getting it. You would know. Again,
Mm-hmm.
you would know. Like, what? Give me like one behavior that.
Ooh, like blowing up.
Like this, right?
Mhm.
Oh, like
Like
I couldn't get my way.
Outburst or meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like because why? Or why do you think?
Oh, sometimes it's very small transgressions from a sister
Uh-huh.
or
Like hit me.
yeah,
took my
Stole
toy.
my whatever.
yeah, took my
toy.
magnetile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can think you have enough
Okay.
magnetiles for 5 kids.
Oh
and
yeah.
Yeah.
you will
Never.
Never.
You will never,
But
Never
like,
enough.
She took all the squares.
Yeah, but like okay, things that I think about that your household is not like a realistic representation of them in the world, right? Like they're
Sure.
not, you know, it's just not.
Yeah.
Also,
It's like
they
a pressure
should-
cooker.
Yeah, it's a pressure cooker. And in real world, it's not going to be like, give me that, get
Yeah.
away. Da, 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 da. At school, I'm pretty sure at some point within their lives, someone's taken a toy and they didn't want them to, and they regulated.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a tantrum. So they have the skill.
Sure.
It matters to them more to use that skill at school because optics, my peers are around, teacher, trouble. At home, the stakes are lower. So they're going to like be little assholes and whatever,
Well,
you
and
know?
like no one can push your buttons like a sibling.
Correct.
I've heard that's why
mean-
siblings are so great because they teach you
Yes.
how
Yeah,
far you
exactly.
can go before
Yes.
being physically
Yes.
assaulted for
Correct.
being
Oh,
annoying.
that's exactly right.
100%.
Yeah, like frustration tolerance.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we practice that every day at my
Yes,
house.
correct.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I
Same.
mean, I see that like my oldest like has never had a fight with anyone in his entire life except for his 2 siblings.
Yeah.
Like he is an angel at school. He is everybody's best friend. Everybody loves him, and he will throw down with the siblings.
Yeah.
I mean, it is WWE at my
Yeah.
house all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it's not just me. Great.
No, it's
it is
everyone.
definitely not just
And,
you.
like,
But that's the thing.
100%
I
no.
mean, I feel like social media has helped with like we do talk about this, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not that this is the first time I've heard like
Yeah.
other people also,
Yeah.
you know, feel that way. It's so great, but you get so much validation
Yes.
from like knowing other parents are feeling
Yes.
this too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where it can get. But then you're like kind of like, okay, but how do I know if like mine is
Too far.
Or you post something in a Facebook group,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you've got, you know, Dr. Mom here and there
Yeah.
saying, oh, well, I bet it's
Uh-huh.
this
Oh,
diagnosis.
jumping to conclusions. Mhm.
I just feel like it's information overload.
It is.
It really is.
And it's bad. Like people don't know boundaries. Like
Yes.
teachers do that. Like we talked about that.
Uh-huh.
Like they'll be like, "Oh, did you take your meds today?" to like a kid, or like,
A teacher says that?
Yeah.
yeah. And so like, and they're not even a medical professional.
No.
You know,
Well,
like
and they're
that's not even
it's
ethical.
like people not taking all the 4,000 things into account that could
Yeah.
be contributing to this problem, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
Like if a kid's oh, that's what it was. That whatever that example was on whatever episode that was. Like a kid was distracted, and if a kid is moving a little bit too much, distracted, whatever, the automatic for a teacher's to be like, must be ADHD.
Uh-huh.
Go get an eval. And it's like, well, how many pictures do you have on your wall? Like how long have they been sitting? Like how long, like what's the task?
Right.
Like do they have to like watch you talk at them?
Or are
for
they
30
anxious?
minutes?
Or do they have an auditory processing issue? Or are they
Or
like
is it none of
severely
that
sleep
shit?
deprived? Or,
They
or
just
nothing.
like, just distracted.
Or maybe you're a boring teacher.
Yeah, but like, you know, but then they
And
jump to.
On the flip side, you've got like I know girls especially
Yeah.
won't show any of those
Yeah.
characteristic
They go
signs.
undiagnosed for
And then they
Yeah.
go
a really long
undiagnosed
time.
and they're struggling for
Yeah.
a long time.
Mhm.
And it turns into like, I feel like with ADHD specifically for girls, at least for me, like it turns into anxiety as it relates to like getting the wrong answer.
Yep.
Or
Self-doubt.
like, yes. And, or like, I know I have the wrong answer, but I'm scared to say I have the wrong answer because I don't want to get in trouble or I don't want people to think I'm stupid or whatever.
And so you just like don't talk and you're
Correct.
quiet and you're
and you turn being red when the teacher calls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so boys, you know, they're like throwing stuff.
Yeah.
They're, you know, they're
it's more
physical.
externalizing
Yes, that's
behavior.
right.
So it gets
That's
caught
right.
way faster.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So like, are there, like in terms of social media and like over information and, or like good information, like how is that, I mean, I know you've said it, but like how is that shaping how you parent and how is it shaping how other people think you parent? If they give their opinions or whatever.
I mean, I get a lot of opinions. I'm very fortunate that the New Orleans community, I mean, since I came here in 2015, you know, I've heard all these horror stories and I've got my own fair share of, you know, ugly comments from a person here or there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like being on TV apparently means you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
But,
LOL.
but I mean, I see like women, female meteorologists all across the country who get just
Why?
horrible things said. Oh, yeah. But you develop tough skin.
Yeah.
You move on. But I'm saying the New Orleans community since like 2015 has really just been so kind to me. Like the
That's nice.
overwhelming, like from the time I got here, back home here,
Yeah.
got married, started having kids. I mean, so I just feel like social media is actually a great place for validation, a positive pick-me-up, because normally people are just like absolutely being sweet.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it. Sometimes it creates like a little bit of, I guess, like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Because I very much at home feel like a regular mom who daily, you know, fusses, yells, loses my patience.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, if somebody drives by the house right now, are they going to be like, oh my
Like,
God,
do you see
that's
that?
Shelby
Yeah.
Latino yelling at her kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like people see that I take my kids to festivals or that I push them in their wagon by myself to the farmer's market because that's just something we like to do.
Yeah.
And think I'm doing like a really great job. And I think in some ways I am, but I think in other ways I'm failing just like all the rest.
Always. Yeah.
Yep.
And I get nervous about being held to that high standard of people thinking I'm doing such a good job. And then I'm in the grocery store and it's like, is everybody looking at me?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're under like a microscope.
It feels like it's, I don't think I actually am. I think I just
But
like have
you're
that
putting that
anxiety
on yourself.
sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder if Dr. Becky feels like that.
I mean, I can tell you I definitely had that problem because like I have a child who like had some serious bad behavioral problems, which we ended up finding out what the cause was and like are addressing it now. But it was like really bad for a while. And I struggled with like, you know, here I am, a child psychiatrist, and my kid's the one like beating everybody up on the playground, you know? And it was just like, you feel like it's, and I don't know if anybody else was thinking that. They might not have been, but like in your head.
That's the thing. I don't think they probably
they're
are.
probably not. But you do get that like imposter syndrome. Like I'm such a fraud. I can't even like, you know, help my own kid.
Yeah. I mean, which is so, that's a shame.
I know.
You know, like all that self-talk.
I wonder if this is like more of a female problem than a male problem.
What do you mean?
I think 100%.
The whole imposter syndrome thing.
Judging yourself?
Yeah, and self-doubt.
Guys don't care.
Well, but I also think, I do really think, and I'm criticizing myself for social media usage as well. I really think that I look at my husband who's not on any social media, and maybe it's a man thing, but I think it's also he doesn't compare
There's
himself
nothing to compare.
anyone else.
Yeah.
He's just fighting for his life against these 5 kids like I am. You know, but I'm over here trying to implement a strategy that maybe I saw that might work. What if we try talking to them like this and see if that...
But that's also probably how your brain works. You're a scientist. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like numbers and everything's like, I mean, math is black and white, right?
Pretty
It's
much,
like,
yeah.
Like physics. I mean, I don't know.
I was
Physics
never a math person, I
too,
don't
you know?
No, it is.
It's
If
like
somebody
mechanical.
and I'm a oldest
Rule
daughter,
follower,
you know, oldest granddaughter. I am
The
firstborn
one.
daughter
Yeah.
and all those stereotypes that come with it. If somebody could give me like a list of exactly what to do to help my children become the best people they can be, I would be like,
I'm
I
on
love
it.
a checklist.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Like an algorithm.
Yeah, it's like I
Yeah.
will handle that.
Yeah.
But that's just not how it works. And
No.
I also struggle with the idea that every kid needs something different.
Yes. It's annoying.
And Oh, I would love to ask you guys. Do you
Yeah.
think every parent has the capability to parent every different child?
Ooh.
Wait, okay,
Not
that's almost like a
natural. I
riddle.
would say not natural. I think there are some kids.
No, correct. I agree.
Where like your personality like does not match their personality, and you have to work really hard at figuring out how to parent them. I mean, I feel like I have that with my kids.
Correct. I
Yeah.
just
I
want
have-
to smother one.
and
of
that's
mine.
where-
I'm not gonna
what's
say
hard.
who's who. You know, but there's like some that I'm like, oh, we jive, and like this feels easy and it feels natural. And then I have some where I'm like, holy shit, I got to brace myself every second of every day to parent this child. And like, this is not a natural fit, you know?
Yep.
But this is who I got.
Yeah, like Rhodes, like my interventions for behavior modification for him work. Monroe, I'm like, I do the same thing, and she's just like, no. And
Oh, yeah.
She's
and
like,
I'm like, she is, and she's
whatever.
like, no, and I'm like, give me a hug. I'm like, can I have a hug? She's like, no. And then she like, I give her a kiss, and she goes, because she knows.
Oh, my gosh.
She's 3.
she knows
Do
how
not
to-
wipe
she knows
off
your
my
weak spot.
kisses.
I know.
She
and
knows
all-
how to push your buttons.
Yeah, and all I want to do is just squeeze her like a pimple, and
Yeah.
like she just won't let me. Because and so like she's harder for me because she's like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I agree though. I think every parent is capable
Capable of learning.
skills
Yes, and changing.
but when you have 5, I don't know.
Well,
mean, that's
right,
hard.
because I can already
That's a lot.
recognize the differences in their personalities. I
Yeah.
mean, the triplets are just getting there, especially the identicals. So two
Wait,
of my
how old are your
Yeah.
kids?
Jenna is 7,
Okay.
Martha is 5, and Elaine, Mabel, and Ruth are all 3.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Woo, yeah.
Oh,
So it was
ours-
2
our
under
daughters are the
2,
same
and
age.
then it was 4 under 2.
Okay. Whoa.
I mean, 3's different. Like, I mean, 3-year-old.
You know what I tell people though?
Yeah.
0 to 1 was the hardest transition for us.
Like
Even
0
2 to-
children to one
kid?
one
Yep.
child.
Even more.
Oh,
I tell
man.
all new moms that, not just to like
Yeah.
give them an atta girl, but
Yeah.
like truly the transition from not parenting to parenting
Yeah.
was harder than any transition
Yeah.
after that. Even the one from 2 to 5, which was hard.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Whoa. Holy moly.
Yeah. I mean, are each one of your kids, each one of your girls, like vastly different from each other?
No, I don't think vastly different.
Like, do you have to parent each one differently?
I don't know that I do. If I should, maybe that's a different.
Oh God, I shouldn't have
question.
implanted that into your brain.
No.
Okay.
But that's the thing. I overthink it all the time.
Yeah.
I think we just try to be consistent. Like, I don't want to say we're militant in our family, but we're pretty straight up. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got to do this.
Correct.
I can tell already that my oldest is very motivated. Love her by a checklist.
Yeah.
Love my girl.
Yeah.
We got a chore chart. She's
Yeah.
with me. As
Yeah.
long as I can stay up with it with
Yeah.
her, she's going to be up
Yeah.
with it. My middle, she's a middle child.
Uh-huh.
She's a middle child.
What does that mean?
She's like, fuck this short child, Mom. I'm not doing that
Is
shit.
that
She's
like
like,
middle
who do you
child?
think I am? Yeah.
Is that like
I'm
the
like, I
vibe?
have incentives. And she's like,
I don't
nah.
care.
Don't care.
I'm like, I have consequences. And she's like,
I
bring
don't
it.
care. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly how my middle child is. He's like, nah, this doesn't apply to me. Sorry.
And then like those are
But
gonna
she's the sweetest thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's like yours too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about the young ones?
The young ones are hard. I would say Ruthie is my baby.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. And she can be a stinker. I mean, she's actually the youngest of all
okay.
5.
Yeah.
Like, by a
Bye.
couple
Yeah.
minutes.
Right.
But she is the one who will like poke the bear, like knock somebody's magnetile castle over.
love it.
And then be like, I don't know why she's
Yeah.
mad. What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
she did
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Elaine and Mabel are real scrappy. They are identical, and they
Oh.
are so identical.
Oh, wow.
cool.
Personality-wise, we'll have teachers who are like, yeah, I've had identical twins before. Give me a week, and I'll know the difference. And they come
Still
back to
can't?
me a week later, and they're like,
I don't know.
I can't.
Really?
Please
That's
wild.
please keep their earrings in because I
Yeah.
can't tell.
So they look exactly alike and they act alike?
Yeah, I mean, they
Wow.
go through like phases
Yeah.
where one will be like fussier
Yeah.
or whatever. I think we're starting to see some differences,
Yeah.
but no, it's really hard. They have the
Yeah.
same high pitched scream. They've got the
gosh.
same,
Yeah.
things that they get mad about. So it can be really difficult to tell the difference between those two.
Which ones are identical?
Elaine and Mabel.
Elaine and Mabel, and then Ruthie is the outlier.
Mm-hmm.
Does she feel like the outlier? Do you think?
If she does, I think for now at least she embraces it.
Yeah.
She thinks she's a big girl.
Oh yeah.
Like she's actually taller, I guess, because she
Oh.
wasn't having to share nutrients in
Correct.
the womb.
Yeah.
it confuses people because she's the baby.
Yeah,
But she's the biggest of the triplets. And she thinks she's a big girl. She wants to do everything Jenna and Martha are doing. So I don't think it bothers her.
Yeah.
But I noticed the triplets take turns pairing off or working together. So it's like sometimes one of the identicals will be with the fraternal.
Okay.
Sometimes Elena or Mabel will play with each other. Sometimes they'll play with Ruth.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're playing with the big kids.
Yeah. Okay.
At any given moment, I'm like, I gave you 4 sisters. Go play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
This
You
is
have lots of
Like you
unlimited,
have options.
Yeah, correct. All right. So last thing, the generational like not discord, but like differences in parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. And I think one thing I've realized is that our parents made a lot of decisions with like the best they could with what they had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we've got almost too much information.
Yeah.
But how do you not use a wealth of information that could help your children?
Right.
It's hard.
Right.
Yeah. You don't know if it'll
But
help.
like one example I think about is like my mom talked about how in the 90s, she let my sister and she never told us no to video games.
Yeah.
She thought
Mine
that
didn't either.
was really important for us to learn that hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
And she saw the world becoming more technologically advanced, more intertwined with technology.
Yeah.
And she didn't want her girls falling
Fall
behind
Yeah.
in a STEM, in a technology-forward world.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing a lot of advice and a lot of people who are, gravitating, our family included, toward less screen time
Yeah.
or less, but she didn't have that knowledge that
Right.
screen time was
Right.
not.
But the screens were also different. It was a different type of
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And so, that's one difference. But it's also like knowing that she was doing the best she could with what
could.
she had.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a reason for why she
and
was
that makes complete sense.
Yeah, it does.
letting us
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, do I subscribe? Like that does sound good when you say it like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think,
But it's hard to know.
but yeah, I mean,
Well, and it's just different nowadays because
different.
like now it's like their access to technology is like it's so much more pervasive in every little
Right,
aspect
video
of
games
their
weren't
life.
connected to the internet, really.
right.
Right.
It was
For a while, or at least the ones we were
Yes.
playing.
Yeah.
Like,
Like it was
we
a
had
thing.
such limited
Wii
access
tennis or
that
something.
yeah, I forgot about Wii.
like your mom
Yeah.
your mom might have been right, like because
Yeah.
our access was so limited that like it was easy to be left behind with
Yeah,
technology.
and like
whereas
you had to
now
learn
it's
how to
like-
type. Like I was
Yeah.
taking, I think I was taking like type, like not
Oh, yeah.
typing, but like
Yeah,
computer.
we took
Oh, yeah,
typing.
computer class. Mhm.
Yeah, because you
Where
had
like
to figure
put your
that
hands
out.
in the boxer and you have to like learn. Did
Yeah,
y'all do
yeah,
that?
yeah,
you have to type.
yeah. And type.
And those are the kinds of things that now, because we did all of that, we can write emails and we can
Yeah.
communicate
Right.
with people and
Right.
and things like that. But one thing my husband brought up that I thought was a good point, kind of against technology,
Yeah.
is like you see like 2 and 3-year-olds who know their way around a smartphone.
Oh yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But it also tells you that like when that kid is 10, they can figure out a smartphone.
I know.
Like they're
And they can get
whenever
around
it is given
what-
to you,
Yep.
it's going to take you a couple days.
Yeah.
And you're going to figure it out. They're very
Yeah.
intuitive because
Yeah.
they're trying to suck you in. Like
Yeah.
they're intuitive for
Yeah.
a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
so his point is they don't need it at such a young age
No.
because whenever they get it, they're going to learn.
Yeah.
They're going to figure it out.
Yep.
Correct.
You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
And like, I mean, we can go into. I mean, you and I are very, very aligned on screens
Yeah.
and its impact on brain development and
Yes.
personality
Yep.
development.
Yep.
So that can be another episode. But, anyways, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, I am against screens, but I'm okay with TV. Like,
Oh, I think TV is
Yeah,
completely
like,
different.
my kids
Oh.
watch a lot of
than-
TV.
Yes. I mean, I will say
It's not.
there's some TV that's better than other TV.
Yes, correct.
But I worry so much more about like personal
Handheld,
electronic
yeah.
devices. Like
Ones that
tablets.
interact back with you.
Yeah, tablets, smartphones.
Or that's like that's individualized.
Yes, individualized. Like I do limit TV. I will say
Yeah.
I do limit TV a lot in my house. We normally do no TV on the weekdays. During the summer, we kind of lax a little bit. But during the school year, we do no TV during the weekdays. But we like, and again, I'm not trying to preach to people.
But also preach
but like
because
we
they-
don't do.
whatever.
Like,
No, but you're
my
an
kids, we don't do
expert, so I feel like
tablets.
you saying it,
Yeah.
there's like some credibility behind it. Me as just like a regular mom saying it, it's like, I
Yeah.
don't.
But it's your opinion.
Yeah.
People scared to say opinions.
I know.
I can't fucking stand it.
I am. But yeah, we don't do my kids have tablets, but they are only allowed to be used on an airplane or when they're like really sick. That's like the only times. Otherwise, they are hidden. They don't know where they are. And then we have I have really dug in my heels about video games.
Yeah.
And much to my oldest dismay, because
How old is your oldest?
He's almost 9.
Okay.
And he now, like, when he says he's the only one in his class that doesn't have him, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
he's actually right.
He is.
He pretty much is. And he knows like everything about video games, and he's like never played one before.
Oh, Jenna will come home singing the Minecraft turkey jockeys, chicken jockey.
Yeah, he can describe like how a video game is played, and he's never seen it in his life.
Well, but one thing that like makes me smile, makes me a little sad, I don't know. Jenna has actually drawn
my kids
her
draw
own
video
tablet,
games.
her own
that.
phone.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, Mom, I'm playing a game on my tablet. It's a
So
piece
cute.
of paper that she
My
has
kids
drawn
do
on
that
with
too.
crayon.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's great.
it's a little sad because I'm like, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know you've seen other kids playing with these. But then at the same time, I'm like, what an imagination.
I know.
To be able
That's
to
what I think.
of
My
that.
kids have drawn video games. Like they will draw they make it like a comic book where it's like sequences of the video game.
Yeah,
you know?
yes.
And even my clients, and I want to draw Olaf from Frozen. I saw a coloring book out there. Can I go get it? No. And here we draw from our imagination only.
Yeah.
But I don't know
fun.
how to draw it. And here it can look because there's access to just shit everywhere.
Yep.
It's like kids aren't allowing themselves to just create and be okay with what they created.
And use their imagination.
And use their imagination and memory recall.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look exactly like the Olaf, so then it's bad.
Right.
So everything, you know what I mean? It just sets all this perfectionism stuff up. But so yeah, anyways, that's
It teaches them to be maybe a little more comfortable with that, lack of perfectionism with creating
or
their own
use
things.
their own imagination.
Yeah.
And do one and be like, oh wait, that's not the way I want it to look. Let me edit it for the next one. Let me change that, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
we've gotten to
Or
a point in the world where ChatGPT is.
we
I don't want. Next episode. No.
Yeah.
I know, but
where it's become so many people's imagination.
I've
It's
never-
like,
Oh,
are
yeah.
we moving
I've
to
never
a
used it
world
either.
where,
Yeah,
but I mean, every
I know.
every
College essay is now written on
every clever
ChatGPT.
title, you've been like, oh, that's cute. How'd they come up with that? And it's like, they used,
they're smart.
yeah.
It's
Nope, it's ChatGPT.
Okay.
You know,
ChatGPT.
but
I
I
don't
think
know
there
how
will
to do
be, I hope that there will still be room for kids who have cultivated a true, real imagination.
Yeah. I mean,
If for nothing else for them, though, is where I think it's
Yeah.
even if ChatGPT can come up with more clever,
whatever
titles
Yes.
or, catchphrases, at least for them, it'll still be
Yeah. I mean,
worthwhile to have developed that.
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, and that's part of the no screens and I'm being bad. I'm not a great mom right now, and that's fine. No, I am a good mom. See,
Yeah,
that's
see,
crazy.
you do too.
I do too. Just because I'm letting them watch damn Paw Patrol and whatever. Anyways, yes, cultivating or just having space to be creative and not put a value on what you create.
And be bored.
And learn how to be bored and to problem solve.
Yep.
And those are all skills. What?
I tell mine all the time. I'm like, studies show it's actually, they'll be like, I'm bored. I'm like, studies show it's good for you to be bored. Go enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my kids too. I'm like, you know what? All of these inventors would have never invented if they hadn't
Yeah,
gotten
you
bored,
do. I like
you
that
know?
one, yeah.
And it's
That's
true.
a good one.
You just got to be bored. It's a skill that you got to learn how to do.
Yeah.
All right, Shelby, we love this. You're going to come back because I feel like they're
was
more
fun.
targeted.
I know.
They're more targeted. I don't know. Not
Topics we could
Thank
discuss?
you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
topics that we can discuss.
Well, thanks for having
Oh
me,
my
guys.
God, yeah,
This was so
coming.
fun. And then, I feel like I got to learn so much from you guys too. Y'all
Oh.
are a wealth of knowledge sitting
Oh.
across the table.
Well,
LOL. That's me.
You
a wealth
are.
of knowledge.
You
Oh
are.
my gosh. Okay. All right, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Little Brain Campaign podcast.
If you enjoyed our conversation, give us a follow on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.
Do you know someone who would be interested in this topic? Take a minute to share this episode with them.
Until next time, remember, we're all just trying our best.
See you next week.